What's good, YouTube? It's your boy AD.
KO.
Mc.K.
And this is our channel where we say what we think.
But don't take it too serious.
Because
we might be wrong. We could go into your next topic, the strongest black men being used and distracted from a bigger purpose.
I mean, that kind of goes to what everything we've been saying.
Yeah.
The strongest black men are playing sports, really. Like, the ones who have the most influence, they play sports. They don't really speak out. Most of them don't speak out about things going on in our communities.
Can't lose them endorsements.
They don't want to lose their endorsements.
You know what I mean?
we were afraid to speak up.
Yeah. I mean, Kyrie was one of the, Kyrie, Jaylen Brown, there's a few. I think the dude that was playing for the Magic, wasn't it Isaac or some, he spoke up.
Jonathan Isaac?
Yeah. There'll be a few people that would speak about certain things.
But when they do speak,
Colin Kaepernick.
Yeah.
Kaepernick got it the worst.
See what happened? Yeah.
Worse.
Yeah.
Jay-Z did him dirty. Did y'all say Jay-Z did him dirty?
What did he do?
Jay-Z was the man. What's up, next time? Next episode.
No, I didn't say that shit.
Jay-Z and all that stuff was telling him to do it. They spoke to his wife and all that other stuff, whatever. And this might be wrong. I'm breaking down whatever.
Really fast, yeah.
Really fast. But Jay-Z told him to do it and all that stuff. It was we support him and everything like that. And then Jay-Z took over the NFL to the halftime show and all that and forgot all about him. It was okay, yeah, cool. Mm-hmm. At first it was we fighting for our people and all that stuff, whatever. Once Jay-Z became the leader of the Super Bowl.
So
basically, he was supporting him.
He was supporting him, and then he wasn't supporting. He just pushed to the side. His wife had something to say about him too.
But do you think? Do you think there's also a way of sometimes you gotta? I mean, who knows what they talked about? Yeah. Maybe Jay-Z had a conversation with Kaepernick about what he's gonna do. Yeah. Right? We don't know. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I don't know if I ever heard Kaepernick come out and bash Jay-Z. I don't know.
His wife and all this stuff.
Okay.
Kaepernick trying to say something all about it, but I don't know.
Yeah, so
it was a whole thing where Jay-Z was supporting him, doing everything, and once Jay-Z.
But do you think it's
Jay-Z was with the NFL.
But do you think it's also sometimes someone has to get in the industry to change shit up?
What's that joint called? The dude who infiltrated, so he act like he ain't like black.
Oh, was it the Black Klansman movie?
That too. But it's a name for it. Nipsey Hussle was talking about
the spook that sat by the door.
Yes.
Yeah. That is.
Y'all seen that movie?
I never seen it. There's a book though.
It's about
a book.
It's about a black man who infiltrates the CIA.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And then he trains all the people, all the tactics and things he learns from the CIA. He trains the black people around him.
Yeah.
But do you think that could be maybe a little bit about what Jay-Z kind of does? A little bit.
I mean, I haven't seen that.
Because I heard he does a lot for artists and shit. You know what I mean? On the behind the scenes that people don't even know about. He'll pay Lil Wayne's shit. I remember I heard stories about certain things that he did. But basically what I'm saying is since he's been in, look at everyone who's been performing, for halftime show. It's completely changed. It's our culture now being. But I don't know what benefits. I mean, I would assume NFL benefits from that way more.
Yeah.
So I don't know what. That's what I'm saying. I mean, I would just assume. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I don't know. But yeah. But
we don't really see a lot of activism.
We
don't see a lot of activism going on.
I mean, Malcolm X talked about that too. He's watch out for the celebrities, you know what I mean, who, speak about this. Because we look for them as, and I'm totally butchering what he said, but basically celebrities, speaking out that's not, everyone's looking to them, you know what I mean? But that's Malcolm X is nah, that we're not supposed to be looking at the they're not the, you know what I mean? The one who's supposed to be the leaders for.
Yeah,
they're not supposed to.
Yeah, exactly.
That's at the wrong time.
What y'all think about that though?
I think it might have set more precedent to him saying it then. Maybe it might be a little bit different now.
We have way more celebrities now.
That's what I'm saying. So back then it made it, when he said that, I think it's we have more. Real leaders who were this is who they are. You know what I mean?
Sometimes they don't talk to the real people.
What do you mean?
A tragedy or something like that would happen. All of a sudden you see Mc.K on there or Britney Spears,
and that's what I mean. We should, and that's what I mean. That's but that's for a reason.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
because they already paid off and bought. So they're gonna just go through the little script and shit what they're being told to say.
Yeah.
But we're not supposed to be listening to them.
Yeah.
And Malcolm's whole point is listen to people who are educated and actually on these front lines, really putting boot to ass pretty much. Really trying to make a change. Who's actually in these streets, who's really protesting, who's at these centers, who's in these courtrooms. You know what I mean? Those are the people who have to listen to. But none of that we won't know who any of these people are because it's the celebrities who are being interviewed and pushed and asked
Yeah,
about.
I think
you know
that's
what I
a
mean?
part of the problem.
Yeah.
That's exactly to my point. They are being distracted. The strongest black men and women are distracted, and they should be educated about social justice.
Right,
They
right,
should be
right.
able to speak about social justice. But instead, they're distracted and paid off.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's my point.
I agree. I agree.
No, but
And then
also,
I was gonna say, like, I think before you even get started, as far as like how many people could potentially, us included, right? I would say this is the beginning of even us. We have knowledge and we know where we want to be at, and we know what we can do together, how we can grow. You know, build on knowledge, read more books, eat healthier. You know, get exercise. Like we know what we got to do, and I think doing it together is a start of something, right?
Yeah.
Of making sure to hold each other accountable and to be able to, like, we're gonna watch this episode back one day, and we're gonna be on episode, who knows, 50, and our knowledge on these topics are gonna be
10 times.
10 times better, and we're going to be able to articulate it better, because I'm having a little trouble articulating it, because like I do my research and I do my knowledge, but I'm not fully locked into where I can articulate it the best. I don't have the words.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sometimes my vocabulary to fully get out what I want to say. You know what I mean? But I feel like that's also distractions is, you know, sometimes the things that we do, right? You know, porn could be a distraction, our phones, YouTube, food, right? The chemicals that we put in our brain, like there's so many that's holding us back from being stronger black men.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Things you put in your body is what you're gonna get out in the
Yeah.
world, what you're gonna put out.
And I feel like that's purposeful, right? Most, when you look at the hoods, most of the bad shit are
in the hood.
waters,
Yeah.
fast food, you know what I mean?
stores.
Liquor stores,
Fried
you be seeing all the chemtrails and all this shit like that they put like all in black, you know, black areas, the pipelines, everything is fucked up. And I think it's to suppress us from becoming that, right? Because didn't they say like, what's the dude that was like the head of the FBI back then, like Edgar, who?
J. Edgar Hoover? No,
Yeah, was
that's
it?
not him.
Who,
I don't think
who was the
that's
guy during the like civil rights
who you're talking
era
about.
and shit? Like,
I just don't know the name.
what's his name?
I might have looked it up.
But wasn't he saying like that was his number one fear? Like that was like his fear was like pretty much, and like the rise of the Black Messiah, pretty much. Like,
Oh, did he? I don't know. I don't know.
yeah, like that was like the. Why do you think
it
there was?
is J. Edgar Hoover.
Yeah. Why do you think they was taking out everyone, bro? They was taking out, you know, Malcolm,
I feel like that's like the concept of like they
Martin.
their own movie and all that stuff.
Yeah. But it's like if they take up, but and that's my thing. It's like if we need those type of leaders, people who we can actually follow and learn from, who aren't bought out,
Yeah.
right? Because there are some black leaders out here who are bought out. We're gonna let's call a spade, right? But
See people in church.
yeah, like everywhere, like and I think when you take out, you know, the Black Panther movement, et cetera, like when you take all these where we can, I mean, it's all there so we can go back to educate ourselves. So they laid blueprints and
Yeah.
gave us the education for us to go back and finish what they started, I guess, or help improve and benefit, you know, in some type of way, right? But like, I think all that to where the drugs in the communities, right? The weapons, the you know, the music, the way they took our culture for something that was positive and twisted to where it's having a negative impact on our communities now, right? And I feel like that's holding us down from being our best selves as black men. You know what I mean? To be able to do more for our communities, do more for our people. The more that we can do and educate ourselves, we can pass that back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But I feel like they did a good job now, like where they're at now, to where black people tried to make such a, or not tried, but did, you know, make a lot of, they pushed, you know, the boundary to get us to where we're at, right?
Yeah.
But they did a good job to fucking all that up to where now they could sit back and just watch us implode. We're arguing amongst ourselves. We don't have a real leader that we really, or like a few leaders here that we fully follow, because if one, we're like, he's saying this shit, even though they might be saying, oh, we don't really, you know, we don't, who do we trust, right? And then we keep going voting for these people who end up doing some bullshit, right? Yeah. So I just feel like they got to a place now where, you know, I guess whoever's on top and running the show, basically, right, pulling the strings, to where they could sit back and they're like, we did our job already. Let's just watch them run around
That's the art of
and
war.
try to figure shit out. Yeah, exactly. Now we're scrambling around. We don't know where the fuck to begin.
The best
Right.
method of war is not fighting the enemy and letting them fight themselves.
Yeah.
And that's where we're at.
Infiltrate inside.
And I feel like that's where we're at now. We're all fighting amongst ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're destroying ourselves.
Right.
It's crazy.
But they're aiding.
That shit deep.
They're aiding.
That's a deep one.
They're aiding the cause
And
by all the systems they put. In.
yeah, and that's my point. Now they can sit back. They did enough.
Mm-hmm.
They don't even have to do anything no more. Realistically, in my opinion, I feel like they could just look at them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's fucked up.
It's crazy.
You know what I mean? Yeah. There's an episode of the Twilight. You guys ever watched Twilight Zone before?
Yeah.
The black and white show and shit. This episode of the Twilight Zone, I think it's Monsters on Maple Street or something like that, where these aliens come and it's this one street, right? And they keep like turning off the lights and shit, like on the road, or like on certain things, and everyone's coming out and they're like, "Yo, like who did that?" Like basically, like or like blaming the other one, or like someone like something happened. They're like, "No, you did that," or some shit. But it's just like these aliens over here or whatever, like or aliens like who came down, and they're just pretty much watching them like they're not coming together. They're like blaming each other and shit, like and.
Crazy.
One dude is getting shot, like
There's a Black Mirror episode.
yeah. So it's like you're just watching this street of all the neighbors and shit, just like
Kill each other and all that stuff.
blaming this, the neighbor over here, blaming this person. They're arguing amongst themselves, and they're just watching them. Like
So I'm just looking at it like
they're like, "Well, let's go to the next street."
Y'all
Like,
heard
you know what I mean? So that's how I look at it. It's like that's kind of where we're at.
I didn't watch Twilight.
Yeah, it's just deep,
Did
bro.
y'all have to read Lord of the Flies in high school?
We did, but I didn't read
A long
it.
time ago, and I forgot about that.
Yeah,
It's kinda
we
the
did,
same
but
thing.
I
Like these,
forgot.
I wasn't doing so well in high
too
school.
many boys get stranded on the island and they don't know how to like survive on their own. So they separate into like two groups, I think, and they end up killing each other one by one because somebody's trying to be the head honcho and like people disagree and stuff like that.
And see, that's the thing, bro. I feel like that's where everyone's trying to be a leader, but it's like, or trying to have their own opinion on it or stuff like that. But it's like, bro, like we all got to somehow like just be able to come together and elect
Yeah.
that person. You know what I mean? To where it's like we feel like they could do right by us and do the right job. You know what I mean? To hold them accountable.
Yeah.
And not just one, but I mean, obviously multiple leaders in different places, different cities, and that's happening. I'm not saying it's not like it's happening, but it's just shit that we got to pay attention to. You know what I mean? Like I'll do my own research and try to like figure out some names and like really like look into like what's going on in different places, even in San Diego, like in different areas, to where it's like black movements and things that are going on. Because I'm sure it's happening. It's just it doesn't get pushed or we don't really know. So it's like we have to really kind of do our own so we can highlight that.
Ride by
Yeah.
What y'all think?
Because if we could highlight that, and check for ourselves and actually like, that's probably something we could do in San Diego is like, let's look at some of these initiatives or like what's going on and try to highlight them, you know what I mean? And, see what's going on.
What y'all think the solution?
I don't know. My solution.
Having more trust in each other
Yeah.
and coming together. I think if we're able to, instead of arguing amongst each other, how about we really shut up, listen, and educate each other?
Yeah.
Right? Instead of, like, I just feel like we're quick to say instead of maybe we could observe a little bit more. Right?
There's a lot of
I think we got to take some steps back to move forward. You feel me?
I think a lot of it's like emotions now too, not controlling your emotions and
Yeah. People get too emotional too quick.
quickly, bro.
You know what I mean?
I
Throw their
think
life away over something dumb.
Right. I think just coming together more and what can you do to change and make an
creating
impact?
healthier environments,
I was about to say
Healthy environments.
food, right?
I think it does start with the mind.
healthier
Yeah.
neighborhoods, healthier food, healthier music, healthier just everything.
Like mind, body, and spirit type shit.
Yeah.
Like,
That's where it starts.
yeah. I
It starts
agree.
from within, like.
Yeah.
We gotta
I feel
get
like
away from the alcohol, get away from the junk food, get away from the obesity.
I feel like even if it starts with one,
That's a
like,
fact.
if people just start eating well and doing all the other stuff, and I know I have an issue now too. I literally got a milkshake over there.
No, like,
But
I was thinking about Taco Bell earlier. I was like, oh, that sounds good.
You eat well, and then it's gonna change your mindset. Where then you like, okay, well, I'm eating well, whatever. I'm gonna go to the gym. I'm gonna run. I feel I got energy to do this, and then that progresses into, all right, well, look, my space is dirty. Let me clean that. If you watch this movie called Limitless, have you ever watched it?
No, I'm gonna look
I
at
love
it.
that movie. He takes that pill and all that other stuff, whatever. And you can definitely see like the progression. Okay, that happens. Okay, I got my mind right. All right, I'm gonna clean this. And then from cleaning that, it's like, oh, well, let me get my life organized. And then from life organized to like, oh, okay, let me meditate. You know what I'm saying? I'm feeling a little anxious. You know what I'm saying? So there's little things that could definitely build up.
Yeah.
That's there.
And then you're able to imagine if we all had that, right? And then we all go to our own families or friends, friend groups, and push that.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, bro, maybe you should look into this, or like, right. Yeah, and I think that's what it takes. Is just like, don't hold on to
Negative.
no with that, but don't hold on to just information and just do it selfishly for your own self.
Yeah. Spread it.
Spread that, like spread that will, the knowledge.
Help yourself first.
But yeah, of course, help yourself first. I agree.
Learn, get as much information as you can from first before you teach somebody. You don't want to teach nobody the wrong thing.
Right. And you gotta make sure you go through it first before you, because you don't want to. And then also give someone the information and you ain't doing it yourself.
Yeah, like not practicing what you preach.
Yeah, I do that sometimes. I'm not gonna lie.
But also,
I'll go to niggas. Take your money, bro. Do what you gotta do. Hold your money down.
But you're not saying that. But you're not. But at least you're giving someone, real. Intention. Yeah, you have good intention. Yeah. It's like you're giving someone the right.
Parents don't do that all the time too.
Oh yeah, parents be doing that shit all the time.
They help out a bunch of times. You'll put your credit up. And
yeah, make sure you ain't drinking too much. And you over here drinking a whole ass bottle right now. What you over there?
People want to see the person younger than them or the person beside them.
We just want to see the best. Like I think sometimes too, and I suffer from this, and I'm starting to kind of break out of it. I see more in other people than I see in myself.
Yes,
you know what I mean. Like I will be able to see in others. I'm like, man, you could do this. Like I see what you are, like, and what you can become.
Yeah,
but it's like we got to instill that. I had to instill that into myself. You know what I mean?
That's prevalent. That's prevalent in our communities because we always feel inadequate or like that we're not good enough. Whether it's how we look, because we think we're not beautiful enough, and it's also how we educated because we think we're not smart enough or we think we're not talented enough to do something. But we really have everything that we need, and we need to preach that to our communities more too.
That's a fact. Yeah, because I think that's another to go on with the our bigger purpose. Like you just
but
hit
also,
the nail on the head.
Another thing that we need a solution to that will help us out is like being out in nature more.
That's true. That's true.
A lot of us, we always in the house.
That's a fact.
We're not in the nature getting fresh air.
That's my problem.
Yeah, I literally have a park right outside my crib.
Beautiful park right near your house.
And it has a whole thing that goes around like a little track to like get your little jog. And I'm like, and I keep telling myself in my head, I'm like, bro, I need to go like wake up in the morning. Let me go do a run or something. Like
I do the same thing.
The football inspired me though. Like when we played the football game, that inspired me because I was like, hold on, I still got a little in the tank.
But sometimes being in a damn crib, and I literally sit there all day, and then my sister will pull up or something like that. Or my nephews and nieces will come, and I go outside, and I'm like, oh, beautiful, bro.
Right. Yeah,
the most beautiful thing in the world is the earth, bro.
But that's what they did, bro. Like when you think about it, I started like a motherfucker just now. I sound like Maybach. I sound like Rick Ross. Maybach music. Like
they want us to be inside.
Pretty much is that exactly what I was gonna say. Is that and that's another distraction? Is like how we could stay inside, which is also gonna suppress our health and our immune systems, right? Which probably why I get sick now because I'm not taking care of myself. But the food and the chemicals are way worse than it's ever been. Right, everything's mass produced. All the chemicals are like, bro, you look at the list, that should be this, and you can't read any of them.
No.
You know what I mean? And like they be putting shit in that's like banned in so many countries. All these countries ban this shit, bro.
Remember when we got rid of all the food at our job?
The oils,
the dying of red.
Right. And even the oils, like a lot.
What is it?
Red 40, nigga.
Yeah. WD-40.
That shit need to get out of there too.
Yeah. That's probably in it too. Shit. But like a lot of the oils that they use, you know what I mean, and all these little things. All these things that we don't even know about. And like the chemical reaction it has in our brains,
suppressing our hormones,
everything. Yeah, exactly right. Our testosterone. But I was reading an article too about like erectile dysfunction is like.
What?
Like the age, bro. Like it's getting lower and lower and lower. Like
more people are taking more.
Bro, it's like 20-year-olds, 19-year-olds taking Blue Chew and all this honey packs and shit. And it's like when I was like, I was like, damn, I'm trying to think when I was 19, I didn't suffer from.
Nah, but you'd be surprised. Some people, bro, they find porn and all this
Yeah.
stuff earlier now. Like,
No, I mean, I found porn early. You know what I mean? I was exposed to it
17, 18 something.
when you were exposed to porn.
Yeah,
But I was exposed to.
I was 18.
No, I'm talking about porn.
Porn, yeah, like 17. Like I think.
Bro, I was exposed to that shit when I was in like 4th, 5th grade.
No,
I was like
out
11.
there. Nah,
But it wasn't my fault. I said I was exposed to it.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I was like
brother showed
11.
me.
My cousin showed me that shit.
Damn, you lucky that you didn't know that shit until. So you didn't see no porn site, no boobies.com or some shit.
I was a kid, bro. I was out there.
My cousin showed me that shit when I was a kid.
Yeah, I got shown that shit too, bro.
Like as a joke. That shit not. That shit.
it's not a
Looking
joke.
back at it, that shit not funny,
Bro, because I wanted to look it
He
up.
was young too. Your brother was young too, right?
Nah, he was older than me. He's like way older. He like 10 years older than me.
Oh, okay.
And that's fucking because now you just had exposed to it, and now it's like I'm gonna look that shit up. You know what I mean? Because now I want to see, and then you
Then
get hooked
also,
to it.
it was an episode of South Park.
Oh
The
damn!
teacher went in the bathroom and he was jerking off.
Oh, was that the one where like it's like fucking exploding?
I
Like,
don't
he-
remember. I don't
there's
remember.
a picture.
South Park was crazy.
There's a
bro.
picture. There's like a meme like with it's like a bunch of like fucking like it's like him and she's just like watching the
really
porn.
got me into
Nah,
all
he was
that
in the
stuff. Music
bathroom.
videos, bro.
No.
That music videos. That was like really like the thing.
Oh, like the oh yeah. No, this was full on. This was full on like magazines, DVDs, and shit. Like this was like.
My dad had Playboys too. I was
Yeah,
looking at them
like-
when I was a kid too.
I had a kid that came to school showing us. He brought a magazine to school and shit. Yeah,
To school and all that stuff. Yeah. So
yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like,
fast ass girls sometimes.
yeah. So shit was like there, but
I was young when I experienced.
It's a lot of things suppressing.
there's a lot of stuff, bro. That's like like holding us down. You know what I mean? And like you said, you could be going outside, like, but you know, I'm gonna watch this season on Netflix and binge. You know what I mean? Instead of going out, you know what I mean? No, that's what I'm saying. Like, and it's tougher for us, bro, because we have way more distractions than there's ever been.
Yeah.
We're the first. This is the crazy thing. We're the first generation to deal with all this.
That's true.
We're the first, like the start of all this technology, phones, everything that we have right now, bro. I mean, shit, everything that we're literally recording and using, we're the first to deal with that. Think about that.
But we can really.
People gonna be 100 years in history books. We're gonna be like, this is the beginning.
Bro.
You know what I mean? Video games, everything. So we don't know how to navigate it because we're the first in it.
Bro, they really
Right?
don't want us to leave the house, bro.
Yeah, but we're navigating this now. So it sucks because it's not gonna be our generation that's gonna figure like this out. It's just probably gonna get worse. Maybe.
Nah, I don't think it's gonna. I think we can figure it out in our generation.
You think so?
I think so, yeah.
Well, so
Because we figuring this is the start of it.
That's true. That's true.
This is the start of it.
Yeah.
But
That's
look,
fact.
if you really,
I might be wrong.
we having some high thoughts, but these are like factual thoughts. Like they really don't want us to leave the house. We got Uber Eats, we got Amazon.
Bro.
I'll be fucking up Uber Eats.
Bro. But after this episode, I was doing better.
Yeah, I know, bro. I'm gonna watch this shit back. I'm like, damn. I'm guilty. I'm guilty.
They
I'm
don't want us
guilty,
to leave the
definitely.
house.
Yeah, I'm guilty.
I'm definitely guilty.
I be Uber
And
eating
then
like a
they gonna have
motherfucker.
COVID come, and they say it's another one now coming out, the hantavirus, whatever it's called.
Oh yeah. Damn.
I heard somebody said Ebola. I was like, what the fuck?
Now Ebola comes back every like a few years.
That's what I was like, oh,
Yeah,
shit.
it's something that keeps coming. And then they say Africa, and then they say Africa, and I'm like, bro, you know how big Africa is, bro.
Yeah.
They always blame it
Yeah. But I'm like, but you know how big Africa is, bro. Like, don't say Africa. Like they're like, oh, like 88 outbreaks in Africa. 88 in and Africa is the biggest country on the
Africa, they make
in the
Africa look so
world.
small.
That's what I'm saying.
Bro.
I'm like 88 realistically is a very very tiny number if you look at Africa like as a whole.
Africa like 10 times.
Yeah, I think it's like the
They
Congo.
look small.
I think it's like the Congo that mainly has it, but they be fucking up. The Congo is a whole other thing. They fucked up. Like to this day, they're like ruining.
Free Congo,
yeah, for real. Like that shit's insane. But yeah, bro.